Well, if you know, you know. This is one of my favorite books, and if you've been watching lately, I have been working on transforming this book into two journals and a whole lot of ephemera. Well, you know by the title, we're doing a bolo book, and I've already done this one. But little did I know that the Australian Women's Weekly has 2 more publications similar to this, and I was lucky enough to get my hands on them. So welcome to the channel, friends. We're going to flip through a couple of these. My name is Angela, the Traveling Crafter, and I am so glad that you are all here. We are going to start with the one that I did not know existed. Now, I will start by saying these books are not inexpensive. I was lucky enough to stumble upon one in the wild, the first one I showed you. And I fell in love with it because I think as, well, if you love retro or kitschy things of any kind, this is a cookbook for you, whether you like to cook or whether you like to craft. So I snatched it up. I've been lucky enough to find a few more. I do have one of the retro cookbooks that I think I'm going to bring to a live sale. But like I said, they have not been inexpensive to acquire after I found the first one. So I found 2 more, and with the intent of using them for a journal. So what are you saying? Get to it, Jeej. You know? Look at this. I mean, can you even? By the very first page, I'm just in love. Now, I did just quickly flip through these when they arrived. I mean, like, just went like this. And I was like, I feel like the first one has a lot more of the retro throwbacks in it than maybe these 2 do. But either way, matte pages if you're an artist, they're great for that. Beautifully photographed images and kind of a nice little combination. That looks like a net funicello. So this one is called Retro Favorites, and I think that this one, you guys are going to have to tell me in the comments, but I think that I'm going to have to do a series and do journals. I mean, would you buy a journal like this? Similar to what I'm doing with the retro cookbook, where I'm taking one book, making 2 journals, and a whole lot of ephemera. So I thought we'd take a minute to flip through some of these. And if you haven't watched the video on how, the first video I did when I was dismantling or harvesting that retro cookbook, go check that out, because I think you'll get a lot of great ideas if you happen to get your hands on this, or maybe you have it in your cabinet. So here we go. This is what that first one had a ton of. But as I was taking apart that first journal, I was like, oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless. Oh my gosh, this would be great for my lemon journal. Do I want to take this out now? I don't know. Yeah, that definitely is a net funicello. I'm telling you. So let's just see. There's one with an old cookbook. See just how they've done these imageries. Dave was telling me the other day that he met a gentleman who, on his travels, that is a professional. See, hold on, let me stop here with the tuna and vegetable salad. That was a professional food photographer. Now, wouldn't that be fun if you got to eat all the food that they made? I bet they don't. I bet by the time that they are done, it's cold, not appealing, but it would be kind of a cool job. So one thing that I loved when I was taking apart the other book is all of these gorgeous vintage, you know, feed sack and tablecloth and fun images that were interspersed with all of the current day images of food. Annette, you're just on all the pages. See, look at this. So what do you think? Do you like the book? Are you intrigued? Do you want to go learn more? And I think, well, I'm about to do the next, after this video, I'm about to do the next video for the 2 journals, tons of ephemera video. So there should be some, and it will be in the junk journal tutorials, some more for you guys to watch. But is this something you want to see me do? Because I kind of feel like while I have all these out, I mean, that would be 6 journals and thousands of pieces, not thousands, probably 300 pieces or more of ephemera. Because I think I'm going to probably have about at least 100 pieces of ephemera from that first book. And that's just what I'm going to do on camera. Oh, I don't know. We got a new friend introduced here. I don't know who she is. Look at that. That looks delicious. Strawberry and raspberry. So I won't go through everything, but definitely go check those other videos out. Now, what I started to say earlier, this is why I wanted to kind of flip to the back of the book. It felt to me like there were more of the retro images in like this in the other one. But maybe not. Maybe I'm just making that up. But it sure did seem like I got a lot. See, look at that. Look at this. So this one is, and I'll tell you a little bit more about the book so you guys can search for this. It's called The Australian Women's Weekly Retro Favorites. Now, what I will tell you is if you're buying this, say, you know, through eBay or Thrift Books or World of Books or whoever books you want to go look for, I bet that be cautioned that, oh my gosh, this might be my favorite pattern yet. Be cautioned that this is an Australian publication, so it could be coming from Australia, it could be coming from the UK or outside of this country somewhere. In all the cases that I purchased these, that was the case. Be careful what shipping is. So be patient if you don't find this, and it takes a while because it took me probably 2 years. Yeah, at least 2 years to find these two and the additional one that I bought, not in the wild, where it was a decent price after the shipping, because, you know, sometimes shipping can be really high. Okay, so this particular one is, it says it's a copyright. How come? Printed by 1010 Publishing. Why isn't there I really want to be able to help you. Let's see, is there an ISBN? Here's the ISBN. 978-1909-770-10-2. I'm just looking to make sure I'm not missing. Oh, right here on the top in great big numbers. Okay, first published in 2014 by Bauer Media Books. There you go. Hello, Angela. Right there staring in your face. Were you guys all yelling at me? It wouldn't be the first time. Okay. Now, if you're a pastel girl or a little cottage core, maybe even, dare I say, coquette, this might be the one for you. So this is called Retro Baking. Again, an Australian's Women Weekly. Let's just flip to the back. Here is, don't it just make you happy? The fly page. And this is from 2015. And the ISBN for this one is 978-1742-45-6065. There you go. All right, so let's take a look at this one and see. Now, this one, I will tell you, is it's huge. Way bigger than that one, the last two that I showed you. This one has 319 pages. And if I venture to guess, this one probably is close to 500. No. How could that be? This says it has 320 pages. Why does it feel so much bigger? I don't know. Okay, there's the first. Let me make sure you're still in. I'm gonna push you over just a little bit. Do you like my tablecloth? This is one I use for filming. It's one of my favorites. It has some little, you know, wear and tear from people actually using it for what it was intended, but I think it's really cute. Pies and pastries, big cakes, cupcakes and kisses. The one thing I also love about these publications is all of the cool fonts that they used, because I just think that, like, this would be a great journal card. This would be something that would make a great background and maybe a little vignette of a collage type of thing. But look at that. You got all the girls dressed in their retro outfits. Have you ever seen these in the wild? They're called pie birds. And you would put them in there so the steam would come out. A lot of people collect them, if you didn't know. Well, there's more lemon stuff. I am working on some kits. I'm calling them the creative charcuteries, so that people can kind of mix and match. And one of the themes is pink lemonade. See, look how cute that is. It makes me want to sing lollipop, lollipop, oh, lolly, 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 lollipop. Do, 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 do. But this again, I thought, I just love the images. I think there's a million opportunities. But as I was kind of flipping in my very fast process, I didn't see as many old retro funsies. I have to tell you, two of my besties, one of them makes pies every year for the state fair, and she wins all kinds of awards. The other two of us don't bake. So right before Thanksgiving, we had a baking class, and we made pies, and she taught us how to do all the pretties on it. Like these little spatulas, I used some of those in some of my ephemera that I was cutting out. But see, I don't see as much. I mean, so if that's something you really like, or those vintage ads and things, I'm not seeing as much of that in here. But I'm going to keep flipping, maybe a little bit more quickly, and see. It's more of modern day gals dressed like 50s girls, which I think is really super cute. And my mind starts to go crazy. Hummingbird cake. Is that a southern thing? I've never heard of such. Is that it? I like when they tell you a little marmalade and sultana cake. Well, that's just beautiful right there. Yeah, like I said, I don't bake. So yeah, I think some of those older ads were replaced with some of the more modern photographed images. But I'm going to keep going here and see. But aren't these... whoever did this, like, they are really good at color blocking. Love. Oh my gosh, this would be great for my ice cream journal. Or my birthday journals. What are these things called? Meringue Kisses. Frou Frou. I love the names that they come up with these. Maybe they were already, you know, if they're old, retro. Cupcakes and Kisses. Yeah, so I'm not seeing any of those retro ads in here, but I'm not giving up yet. We're going to keep popping through. It's more of these. Look at the donuts. Sweet. Literally. Those look like delicious sweet hot dogs. They're called pink iced finger buns. They almost look like my mom's biscotti. Oh my gosh, I love that look. Totes wear that. I could replicate that outfit. Look like I can cook. That's kind of like what I do when I go golfing. I wear a cute outfit, and it makes me feel like at least I look the part, even though I can't golf to save my soul. Landon is our golfer. Well, everybody in my family golfs, but Landon's the one that's actually good at it. My brother is an excellent golfer. So the two, and so is my nephew. The rest of us are average and or below average. And I would fall definitely in the below average era. So there you go on that one. So if you're making decisions, and I tell you this because one of the things that, if you're looking for things for books online, what I would tell you is when you go to places like a Thrift Books or World of Books or any of those others, most eBay even, well, eBay is actually better because if it's a, individual seller, they're taking more photos of the books, hopefully. But in most cases, if you haven't seen it somewhere else, it's why I do Bolo books. You don't know what's inside of the book. So it's kind of a crapshoot, right? So if you're making decisions, hopefully this was helpful in, whatever your goals are if you're creating. This would be an excellent one to turn into a baking journal and a baking cookbook. So to make one as just a regular journal and then make an additional one as the cookbook, if you will. I think that would be really fun. But as you can tell, this one has more retro images. And when I talk about those, I'm saying like, let's find one, like this one, where this is devoid of any of those. So hopefully that helps you. And if you have never heard of Bolo Books, go check out the hashtag. Just put it in the search bar. It is a hashtag that I started using several years ago because I love to see when somebody finds books. I want to know what's inside of the books. And it's a great way, whether you're a collector of books, whether you're an artist who use books in your paper crafting, mixed media, collage, whatever that might be, or if you just love books in general. So go check that out. I also have a playlist with all of my favorite Bolo books, and you can look at those too. But I hope you liked today. Tell me what your favorite was. What would you do with these books? And if you're so inclined, put in the comments the word bake if you made it this far in the video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for always subscribing and for hyping my videos. You don't know. I mean, I'm sure you hear this a lot, but if you don't know, that just hitting that hype button or that like button and making a quick comment, even if it's just a heart, helps channels immensely. So thank you in advance on my behalf and the behalf of everybody else in the junk journal or YouTube community. We appreciate it. And enough with the chitty chat. It's time to go. Until next time, friends, remember to take some time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.